remembered reading about an indigenous tribe called the Sonoy tribe. And the Sonoy tribe worked diligently on their dreams. When a child woke up in the morning, they were asked what they dreamed. If the dream needed healing, they were asked to retell the story so it had a healthier ending. So I decided to try this technique. Julia grew up like Cinderella in a home with a narcissistic mother who had her do the housework and rarely let her go out. Now, eventually, Julia actually became a therapist, and she got married, and she was doing really well. When she had her first little girl, something happened, some rumblings from the subconscious, and she started having a repetitive nightmare. And in this nightmare, she was trapped in a snowstorm in a car with her infant, and she could not get out. And I asked Julia who she could bring into this story to help her to have a different ending. And sure enough, we talked about it. I asked her to write it down as well. And she brought in a helper that was able to get her and the baby out of the car and into a nearby cottage where she warmed herself by the fireplace. After doing this work, Julia told me she never had the nightmare again. And that is just one of the techniques that I am sharing with you in a very special course called What's Your Story? The Power of Narrative in Therapy. I know you've heard of the hero's journey, but what about the misfit's journey? What about sparkling moments, which we learned about from narrative therapy? What about dream work and shadow work and Jung's theories of opposition and resistance? When you don't like your story or your client doesn't like the story that they are living with or in, they can rewrite the story, and so can you. I hope that you will join me.